Welcome into Motorsports Monday. August is the biggest month of the year for dirt racing across the Commonwealth, and that continued this weekend. Richmond Raceway hosted the 36th annual Butterball Woolridge Memorial on Saturday night. The weather was perfect and the stands were packed with fans. Greg Johnson and Ricky Weiss starting on front row of this 59-lap feature. Johnson gets the jump, but it doesn't take long for Weiss to power into the lead. Weiss, the Manitoba, Canada native, won last year's Butterball Memorial, and he had his hot rod hooked up in this one. He set a blistering pace, and it was a relatively quiet feature with only 2 cautions. There was, however, some great racing through the field, though, as Dustin Linville came from 19th starting spot to finish in the top 5. Weiss gets the jump on a late race restart, and he's able to get the victory. He takes home the $20,000 purse for the 2nd straight season, and I spoke with him after the race about his dominating win.
My biggest fear was qualifying, and we were able to, be fast in our group and get through the heat race. And come feature time, when it slicks off, that's kind of where we shine. So just real proud of all my guys and all their hard work they put into this car, and of course the track. They did a great job on the racetrack, and we'll be back next year trying to make it 3.
And here's a look at the top 5 from this one. Tyler Carpenter comes in 2nd place after apparent 2nd place finisher Kyle Hardy failed post-race inspection. Verona's own James Rice comes in 3rd. Ross Bales finishes 4th, with the Rooster, Dustin Linville, coming in 5th. The modifieds were up next, and Cole Falloway out of Owensboro gets the feature win. Trent Young comes in 2nd, with local drivers Zach Powers, Dennis Roberson, and Josh Hampton, who you may have heard before. They round out the top 5. The final race of the night was the Crate Late Model feature. Waco's own Justin Ratliff started outside front row, and he's able to get the win. Jason Barrett finished 2nd, with Daniel Dial, Clay Turner, and Elliott Williams rounding out the top 5. The action-packed month of August wraps up next week for the local dirt guys. The 12th annual Harold Hardgrove Memorial is at Lake Cumberland Speedway on Saturday. This is the biggest race in track history. Hope to see you all there. On to NASCAR now, the Cup Series in Western New York at Watkins Glen International Raceway. With only 2 races left until the playoffs, several big names, including Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, and Bubba Wallace, have yet to lock themselves in. Last week's winner, Michael McDowell, wins stage 1 in this one, but that would end his hot streak. He had pit road penalties and on his next 2 stops, and eventually had engine issues later in the race. With McDowell's issues, William Byron is able to take over the top spot. Big issue for his Hendrick Motorsports teammates, though. Chase Elliott runs out of gas late in stage 2, and that would take him out of contention, leaving him in a must-win scenario next week. Kyle Larson also got busted for a pit road speeding violation, which would ruin his day as well. William Byron able to dominate the race, never giving up control of the lead after taking that early on. Here's a look at the top 5 from this race. Pole sitter Denny Hamlin finished 3rd, followed by Christopher Bell and A.J. Allmendinger, with Ty Gibbs rounding out the top 5. NASCAR heads to Daytona International Speedway next week with only 1 spot up for grabs before the playoffs start in Darlington. And here's a look at the playoff standings. 15 drivers are locked in, and if there's not a new winner, the points battle will come down to Bubba Wallace and Ty Gibbs. But it's Daytona, and anything can and most likely will happen, including the potential for a new winner. We'll have more updates on that NASCAR story, plus a look at the local dirt racing coming up next week in Motorsports Monday. I'm meteorologist Dylan Godet.